Facing a battle from Democrats and some Republicans, President Trump has unveiled his plan, if it can be called that, to reform legal immigration and border security. It's been sold as merit-based, giving preference to the high-skilled and educated. However, it's short on details, and that is putting it mildly. The White House says they intentionally left out the things that were too divisive. Now, keeping them honest, the whole issue is divisive in no small part due to this White House. So in this new plan, for instance, there's no mention of DACA, the program for undocumented immigrants who came to the country as children, nicknamed Dreamers. There seems to be no mention of family separations either. Here's White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders this morning talking about why those things, which are pretty major things, were left out.
This is a serious immigration program. Why not address the issues of DACA, of family separations?
Well, I think because it's a serious program, it's not included. Every single time that we have put forward, or anyone else has put forward any type of immigration plan and it's included DACA, it's failed. That's a divisive thing.
I'm not even sure what that means. Because it's a serious plan, they didn't address those serious issues. Anyway, moving on, the plan was so short on details that many lawmakers, including Republicans, said they don't even consider it a real, legitimate proposal from the White House. Republican Senator Susan Collins, she couldn't support it, and even the president's friend, Senator Lindsey Graham, said the plan was, quote, not designed to become law, unquote. So what is it designed for? Because before today, this was all supposed to be easy if the Democrats would only just play ball.
We have a crisis at the border, both a national security and a humanitarian crisis. Democrats have got to stop ignoring the problem, sit down with the president at the table.
The time has come for the Democrats to come to the table and start negotiating.
I think if the Democrats have those type of concerns, then they should sit down at the table and negotiate with the president. Time for Democrats to work with us and fix this problem.
Look, it's time for Congress to come to the table.
It's time for them to come to the table and work with us.
It seems like a talking point. But after today, what are they supposed to do to actually work on? That isn't even clear.
Oh, my brother, this is amazing. That thing that you've been fighting for nearly 20 years. There it is. I know this is emotional, but this is large part because of you, man. I think we tend to be very reductionist when we cover stories. It's very binary. Here's what happened. Here's the outcome. I think what Kevin Hines and this story did for me was make me realize that the shades of gray in between stories aren't things that you should just dismiss.
No details too small, especially with a story like the one I'm about to tell you. On September 25, 2000, 19-year-old Kevin Hines walked to the middle of the Golden Gate Bridge and jumped.
So, I'm falling head first, and I immediately recognize if I hit head first, I will die. I hit the water, and the impact reverberated through my legs, and it just shattered my T12, L1, and L2. When you hit from that height at that speed, it's like hitting a solid brick wall. And what was going through your mind? The very millisecond my hands left the rail, and my legs cleared it. Instant regret. Instantaneous regret.
I just wish I could go back in time.
Kevin and I first met back in 2003. His was one of the first stories I reported at CNN.
Why'd you come here? Why the Golden Gate Bridge? I was under the impression that it was the easiest way to die.
Over the last 2 decades, the suicide rate in the United States has gone up 33%. That makes it the number 2 cause of death in this country for people aged 10 to 34. And over that same time period, 537 people have died after jumping from the Golden Gate Bridge. Kevin Hines has spent the last 16 years trying to change those tragic numbers. His singular goal, to get a net placed on this beautiful bridge, a barrier to stop someone from dying. Someone like him.
What are the aesthetics of a bridge compared to one human life? What if that was your mom or your dad?
This is the place where you jumped.
Yeah. This is the place where I lived.
I love that. What surprised me then, still surprises me now, is the story that Kevin tells about the day that he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge. He made this pact with himself, which was that if anybody basically is kind to me, if anybody looks at me and says, "What's wrong? Can I help you?" wants to be compassionate in some way, if anybody had done that for him, he wouldn't have jumped. That stuck with me, and I think in some ways it has influenced and directed a lot of the other stories that I do. It's never about a single individual. It's always about the circle of individuals, the ecosystem of society as a whole.
In some ways, you look like a totally different person.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, just physically. I mean, both of us, in some ways, I think, look better now, you know.
I think Kevin first got me thinking about this idea that if someone drops all of a sudden in front of you from a cardiac arrest, most people would have some idea of what to do. Call 911, start pushing on the chest. But if someone is clearly in trouble from mental illness, somebody who may be clearly suicidal, not only do we often not know what to do, we often turn the other way.
Today is our gift.
Kevin Hines won't admit this, but he has probably saved many, many lives. People who thought nobody cared, and then Kevin Hines shows up and says, "I love you, I care about you, I understand the pain that you're feeling, and there's something that we can do about it."
Let's go check this out together.
Yeah, man, let's do it. And today, I get to show him that his story, his fight, has meant something. That net is finally going up.
That's the net. That's it. It's going up on the Golden Gate as of 2021. Not one more death by someone's hands off the Golden Gate Bridge. This is one of the most special days of my life.
Einzigartig im Geschmack. Mit Felsquellwasser gebraut. Krombacher. Eine Perle der Natur.
Ja, das ist Meisterschaft ist spannend bis Schluss. Viele Spiele, viele Mannschaften sind oder wollen sich für die Champions League qualifizieren, auch Europa League. Und auch ein paar Mannschaften kämpfen um den Titel. Und es ist sehr, sehr interessant dieses Jahr. Und das wird klar spannend gegen Gladbach, in Gladbach. Aber noch einmal, wir müssen uns auf dieses Spiel top konzentrieren und hoffen, dass es was passiert. So, und wir müssen uns auf das Spiel konzentrieren. Wir müssen dieses Spiel gewinnen.
Wir haben eine besondere Konstellation, da es ja für alle 4 Mannschaften, wenn ich jetzt diese beiden Spiele nehme, um sehr viel geht. Also für Frankfurt geht es auch noch um die Champions League Qualifikation und insofern wäre da ein Kasten Bier. als Motivationsgrundlage nicht ausreichend, denke ich. Ne? Also die wissen ja, warum sie antreten. Wenn die jetzt komplett schon raus wären, dann wäre es eine andere Situation. Aber es geht für Gladbach um sehr viel. Wir können viel gewinnen. Frankfurt kann viel gewinnen. Das ist eine besondere Konstellation. Da braucht man keinen Kasten Bier mehr hinschicken. Die trinken doch eh lieber, wie heißt das da? Appleboy oder so. Ne?
Ja, sie können gut Konter spielen, aber sie müssen auch gewinnen, wie wir. Und deshalb wir müssen uns auf alle Fälle vorbereiten. Hoch spielen, sehr hoch spielen, mit Pressing, ein wenig warten. Und natürlich, wenn du wartest, du bist da 30, 40 Meter vom Tor, gegen das Tor. Es ist ein Halbkonter, können auch Konter auch spielen, weit weg vom Tor. Und ja, wir müssen uns auf alle Fälle vorbereiten. Sie haben eine sehr gute Saison gemacht auch und sie sind gefährlich, aber den Gegner interessiert uns nicht so viel. Wir wissen die Qualität von Gladbach, wir müssen noch einmal auf unsere Leistung konzentrieren. Wir müssen spielen und wir müssen ein Topspiel machen.
Was auch immer im Leben so anfällt, Roomba ist für jede Aufgabe bereit. Der neue Roomba i7 Plus ist der einzige Saugroboter mit 2 Gummibürsten, die groben Schmutz auf allen Böden beseitigen. Und nur er entleert eigenständig seinen Staubbehälter in einen Einwegbeutel. Damit ist das Staubsaugen für mehrere Wochen erledigt. Den echten Roomba gibt es nur von iRobot.
Auch im fortgeschrittenen Profialter ist Bayern-Stürmer Robert Lewandowski bei internationalen Spitzenclubs begehrt. Laut Kicker liegen dem 30-Jährigen aktuell von PSG und Manchester United Angebote vor. Die Bayern wollen den bis 2021 laufenden Vertrag allerdings um ein weiteres Jahr verlängern. Auch von Lewandowski selbst hatte es zuletzt diesbezüglich positive Signale gegeben. Mit Abwanderungsgedanken, die er in der Vergangenheit immer wieder mehr oder weniger offen geäußert hatte, hatte der Pole zuletzt nicht mehr öffentlich geliebäugelt. Gladbach-Sportdirektor Max Eberl blickt zuversichtlich in den Transferpoker um Thorgan Hazard mit dem BVB. Ja, wir sind mit Dortmund in Verhandlungen, was Thorgan Hazard betrifft, aber eine Einigung gibt es noch nicht. Allerdings ist das wohl nur noch eine Frage der Zeit. Es würde mich sehr überraschen, wenn es zwischen uns und Dortmund keine Einigung geben würde. So Eberl weiter. Im Gespräch für Hazard sind rund 30 Millionen Euro. Der Wechsel von Luka Jovic von Eintracht Frankfurt zu Real Madrid ist offenbar nur noch Formsache. Wie die Marca berichtet, soll der Serbe schon nächste Woche bei den Königlichen unterschreiben. Demnach sei bereits eine Einigung erzielt worden. Der Deal müsse dann nur noch nach dem Saisonabschluss finalisiert werden. Davor wolle Frankfurt den Fokus voll auf das entscheidende Duell mit dem FC Bayern legen, in dem es für die Eintracht noch um das internationale Geschäft geht. Frankfurt hatte Jovic zuletzt per Kaufoption bis 2023 gebunden. In 47 Saisonspielen kommt der Serbe auf 27 Tore. Als Ablöse für Jovic werden rund 60 Millionen Euro genannt.